Allan Gartzman, tell me about your Pontiac here. This is a beautiful car.
1963 Catalina. There's a 421, 370 horse, 4-speed motor in it with a 364 gear. No power steering, no power brakes. That's the way it was ordered. Factory bucket seats. Car comes from Bryant Pontiac in Covina, California, and it was restored by Bill Dingle in Lewistown, Montana, many years ago.
Okay, so how long have you had it?
Close to 15 years.
Wow, it's in beautiful shape. So, man, it looks like it was just restored.
Yes, yeah, it does. Well,
Very
Bill
good.
Did a good job, and we take good care of this car.
Yeah. Now, Pontiac, I think, weren't they known for that tricolor seating?
Yes, they were. In '61, they had a Catalina that they called a Ventura. It was a complete name of a car with a special interior in it. '62 and on, they called it Ventura trim. There's an inside door panel that says Ventura on it, and it showed trim.
Oh, right, right. So
that made the difference.
Yeah. Now, then, in addition to the upholstery, you have what is the steering wheel about? That sure looks special.
That was that was a clear steering wheel, and they redid it. And they had special moldings going around it. It was called trim, decor trim.
Huh.
Everything was an option.
Wow. So now, also tell me about the heating and air conditioning and the radio controls.
There is no air
similar.
conditioning.
Well, I'm sorry, heating versus radio.
Right, radio is an AM/FM radio, and the heating is just the heating for the car.
Right, but I guess they designed them to look very similar,
yeah.
didn't they? That's pretty unique.
Yep. It's got a factory tack.
Oh, that's a factory tack.
It's a factory tack. And the option in the trunk is there's a light in the trunk that goes from the trunk all the way to the front of the car.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Wow, let's.
This light right here. This comes out and it's on a.
Oh, you're kidding.
And it's on a cable and it goes all the way to the front of the car in case you break down. You've got a light to see what you have to do.
Wow, now I see what you're talking about. Right. Well, that's beautiful. You're changing a tire in the dark or whatever?
Yep. This is original chrome on this.
Really?
And this is all original chrome. Never been touched. Car has no backup lights. Backup lights delete.
No kidding. See, at a glance, I thought that was a backup light. Look at that. Now, also, you have the famous Pontiac 8-lug.
Yeah, 8-lug wheels.
They are really spectacular. And it's just a big drum brake under there. Is that right?
It's a steel liner inside on the aluminum drum.
Oh.
And that's how, because you can't stop brake shoes on aluminum, there's a steel liner on the inside of that.
Interesting. Wow.
Yep. And these are all different designs. 61, 62 are different, and 63 and 4 are different lengths of fins and different nuts on them.
Even the lug nuts were different.
Yeah. And then 64, they're spun aluminum all the way to here. 63 are polished.
Interesting.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, I did not know that.
No.
Now moving up here, we have the 421, which was the biggest engine Pontiac made. When did the 421 come out? Do you happen to know?
They came out in 62. It was over the counter in 61.
Okay.
But they came. You can order a Super Duty if you knew somebody.
Ah.
That's the 405. That's the drag race motor.
I see.
With the dual quads and solid lifters.
Okay. Now, how is this car equipped?
This tri-power with a hydraulic cam in it.
And what kind of carburetor is that?
Tri-power.
It's a yeah. Okay. With 3 deuces, some people might call it.
That's That's the factory air cleaner. It doesn't have the bonnets on it.
Right. Okay. And look at this. Got a beautiful battery.
Yep.
This thing is really spectacular. Now, this was the. I just want to pay attention to this front end. This was the split grille with the vertical headlights.
Right.
And that was the first year.
First year, yeah.
Because that became a real styling thing for Pontiac.
58, I think, had vertical headlights also.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a picture of that.
58.
But they sure ran with it for
Yep.
most of the 60s, didn't they?
Yep.
And it feels like, now, do you believe that this car was kind of like a precursor to the GTO?
We used to tell the guys that come to the car shows
Yeah.
with the GTOs, I said, bring them back when they grow up.
Because didn't the GTO come in 64?
64, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this would have been your hot Pontiac right here.
Right, in 63.
Okay, yeah, 63 with the big engine.
Yep.
And we didn't even mention what kind of transmission?
4-speed.
The 4-speed
Yeah, they came with a Borg Warner T10 4-speed.
T10.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
It's got a 364 Posi gear in the back. That's the gear it came with from the
Is that right?
factory. I was ordered with a 364 gear.
Is it? Do you know how many miles are on this car?
65,000.
65. Wow. It is in such gorgeous condition. I've got to say, you've done a great job keeping it up.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing it to the Arizona
My
Concours.
pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
And best in class, Class 5, Mid-Century Modern Engineering Mastery, is a 1963 Pontiac Catalina owned by Allan Gartzman of Scottsdale, Arizona. Indeed, and this is the car that really speaks to me in my youth.